Once you have added your order lines to a purchase order, you have the opportunity to add in any costs related to that purchase order, such as freight. Let's have a look at how we can add these costs. So let's go to a purchase order where I have already added the order lines. So here we have purchase order 28. If you scroll down, you will see the cost lines section, which is where you can add the costs. Your first step would be to add in the supplier who is charging you. This could be the same supplier who you are ordering the products from, or a different supplier. Once you have added the supplier name, you can then add in the cost, and then whether it is taxable or not. There is also a cost date and a reference field which you are able to use. You are also able to add in comments to specify what this cost is for. So let's say that this was an international freight charge. Then click Add. Once your cost has been added, Unleashed will distribute the costs over the purchase lines based on the weighted subtotal of each line. So here you can see that my cheaper item, the caramel squares, will get less freight allocated to it than my more expensive item. You are, however, able to update the costing as long as the costs allocated to the purchase lines equal the sum of all the purchase costs. Once all the relevant costs are added, you are able to place the order, so the order will be confirmed. So let's say you have now received those goods. So let's receipt in the goods in my example by clicking the receipt button. Next, the system will ask you to confirm the receipt of those goods, so you can then click on Confirm Receipt. Once done, the status will change to Receipted. Now, you may encounter a situation where you have receipted the goods, but then you incur additional costs, for example, because of fluctuating exchange rates. In this case, Unleashed gives you the ability to add costs after the goods have been receipted, as long as you have not yet completed the purchase order. The system will display a message to say that if you do not have any additional purchase costs, then you can go ahead and complete the purchase order. In our example, however, we do have extra costs, so let's go back to the purchase order by clicking the View Purchase button on the top right-hand side of the page. We can then go down to the cost lines section and add in our additional purchase costs. So let's add in another $20 to cater for the additional cost and add that in. Again, that additional cost will be spread across the purchase order lines. Once you are certain that you have captured all the costs related to that purchase order, you can then go ahead and complete the purchase order. Please note that recasting your purchase orders has an impact on a number of transactions such as supply returns, margins within a sales order, stock adjustments, and more. Please check the Unleashed help files for detailed information in this regard.